Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Boo.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Night Stupid O'Clock. 3 years in.
I
What,
always
Dan?
feel like somebody's watching me.
And we actually have replay viewers who have made a comment that they want to see us do a live Google for something.
A live Google?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sound like a trap.
Sounds like troll action to me.
Yeah. It may be. I'm going to pull it up. I've got it set on my
Let's not do it live. You go ahead and investigate it and then tell us the results.
Okay.
Oh man, that's some strong ginger ale.
John, it's over in the private message.
Oh, nope. We're not Googling it. No.
Why?
Nope. Nope. No way.
Sorry, that sounds like a porn video.
No. That is where porn videos go to die.
Okay. Massachusetts?
Yeah, pretty much.
Never been there, but I hear it's boring as all get out.
Boston porn? No. Boston, where they parked a car down by the harbor yard to get a pop.
Holy shit.
Told you.
Oh, damn.
Jesus. I hope your eyes burst into flames like that guy from India or the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I'm glad I didn't put that up. Thank you.
Yeah.
We told you.
I can't believe you fell for that stuff, Joe.
Well, they said,
are you
they
on new
requested
meds?
I don't look it up. That I just we all look it up live.
No,
I think Joe just did.
I did.
Whoa! Don't look that up.
Now, see, what's funny is people that are watching the show are like, "What the hell are they looking at?" Because we didn't put anything.
We didn't put the link up, no, and we're not going to. Joe Dog, we are not going to.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything. It's
okay. Let me point this out for people. Okay, 2 girls and a cup. Okay, I just leave it at that. All right.
It makes 2 girls in a cup just a little, almost tame.
Yes.
Remind me again why I keep associating with you, Joe Dog. You're a troll magnet.
Really?
Ugh.
Oh.
Yeah. Now we have nothing to talk about. That's how bad this show is.
Yeah.
Oh, we got plenty to talk about, but it's been eclipsed.
And we don't have to tell the people what we were told to look up. We could give a hint in the form of a riddle.
Yeah. Boston 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Shit, Joe.
Yeah, that's subtle. That's subtle enough. Yeah.
You just really want people to look at that and just be shocked. Okay.
And then they'll blame us.
Problem
because
is,
okay, post the name and email address of the perpetrator, and let people jump on their website and complain about them.
It was one of our regular after show commenters who's been very tame.
We have after show commenters that are tame.
Yeah.
Beats the out of me. Heavens.
I can't find any good news to talk about. All right.
That's because there isn't any anywhere.
There is a millennial version of Hotel California.
Like I said, there isn't any good news anywhere.
Okay. I have a theory, okay, about Star Trek. Okay, that Gene Roddenberry was a genius. Okay. And this is going to prove it. You know how Metallica pretty much killed Napster, right?
Yeah.
And then you can't play videos on YouTube because you get a DCMA strike and, they pull down your thing. So if you put up a video on Facebook of your wedding reception, okay, and the DJ's playing some cool song everybody's dancing to in the background, it gets pulled down because there's music in the background. Okay.
Yeah.
Your kid's birthday party, they're playing Baby Shark. It gets pulled down because, the Baby Shark video, whatever song. Every time you watch Star Trek, you never see people like listening to like the radio or have their headphones on, listening to music or bebopping. Anything. You never see music portrayed in Star Trek unless it's classical music or jazz. Okay.
Or they're doing it themselves.
Or they're doing it themselves. Exactly. DCMA kills music. That's what happens. It just does not survive the lawyers and the agents. Okay. All these artists just get destroyed and they don't make it into the 23rd century. Okay. Nobody remembers their music anymore because of the lawyers and the agents. That's my brilliant fan. And Roddenberry saw it coming. I don't know how, but he saw it coming.
I and several hundred other science
Thanks,
fiction
Lars.
writers
You ruined our future.
disagree, and do have classical music appear as part of popular culture, just like it is now. I think quite possibly we arranged for the sudden demise of all the lawyers, and everything
Well,
turned nice again.
also
But,
Zach, also Sprax Zarathustra
Yeah.
is now copyrighted.
By who? Qatar?
Um,
The United Arab Emirates?
I don't know. Whoever, any recording of it is now fully copyrighted.
I'm gonna look up. Okay.
Oh,
It's got a link to Massachusetts Slurpee. What? No, that's also
Zarathustra.
Oh, and Joe, I put a link to the Millennial Hotel California in the private chat.
why?
Oh, is that what that was?
You know,
Yeah.
if we quit giving millennials attention, they'll go away.
Hey, if we don't give them any attention, they'll eventually grow up.
I think they mutate, actually.
And their children will start complaining about them.
Okay, German in Frankfurt.
The song is public domain. Any recordings or all the easily accessible
I believe
recordings,
that may have to do with the orchestra.
yeah, the orchestras.
Like if the Berlin Philharmonic does it, you can't play it without the Berlin Philharmonic's permission, because that's their Philharmonic. I told you it's lawyers, you know.
Mm.
I actually got to watch. That is probably. I went to a Wagner festival that the Berlin Philharmonic put on. That was actually pretty cool. I had to buy a suit.
Oh, I may have to buy a suit soon. I'm probably too fat to fit in any of the ones that I already own.
I hate to say it, John and Dan have seen the only suit I own.
What, the white one with the werewolf mask?
No, the black one with the pumpkins.
Okay. Now, really, the white one with the werewolf mask was pretty cool. I mean, never thought of Elvis as a werewolf before, but it worked. Didn't know it was you at first, and then I go,
Hey, Joe.
wait a minute, who else would wear that at HallowCon and wander around?
Dan, I hate to tell you this. That wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
That wasn't me.
It was too short to be skunk.
Wasn't me. What you gonna say, John?
All right. In popular culture, also Sprague Zarathustra, the theme became a regular as an intro to singer Elvis Presley's concerts. So he would start his concerts with it. Wonder if Elvis owns it.
I bet he would only play the fanfare and not the entire piece.
Okay. The BBC,
because it goes on for 12 minutes.
Yeah, really. The BBC used the theme in its television coverage of the Apollo space missions.
And Ric Flair used it as his entrance song.
Yes, actually, that's number 5 or 4. Retired professional wrestler and pop culture personality Ric Flair used several versions of the opening fanfare as his entrance theme for the majority of his in-ring career.
I remember when
2001, 2010, the Rugrats movie. Fish used it. The American band Fish, PH Fish.
Mm-hmm.
Wall-E used the theme during the climax when McCree defeats Otto. And then Ray Conniff.
Wait a minute. Wall-E?
Yes.
Fucking Disney.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. I think I found it. Wall-E. Yeah, Disney is smacking you down.
Yeah.
Disney did backdoor ownership of also Sprague Zarathustra.
Yeah. John,
Yeah.
I remember when Ric Flair's theme was played on the Harry Thornton. Does that tell you how long ago it was?
With Tojo Yadamoto and the Great Kabuki.
Oh yeah, Tojo. I've heard stories about
Mr. Wrestling.
Yeah. I've heard stories about Tojo.
Y'all have entirely too much free time.
Well, no, that was a big deal. I mean, Harry Thornton, was he, what station was he with?
Channel 12, WDEF.
I thought it was CBS. There was a big wrestling, Memorial Auditorium had wrestling they had a wrestling event at least once a month for a while.
Every Saturday night, if there wasn't a show. I know because that's where my dad worked. He knew where the ring was stored. And he said one of the best nights he ever went was the night Andre was there.
I was there when Andre came to town.
Where Daddy was sitting, he was backstage watching them. And Andre walked up to the pipe and drape that they had around the stage, put his elbows on it and leaned over and watched.
It's 8 feet tall. No, he wasn't that tall. But
it was 7-foot pipe and drape.
Yeah. And when he came out, he walked down they had this entryway, and they got all the kids together. And they had them line up on either side of the walkway as Andre came down. As he came down, he would put his hand on every kid's head. Just walking down. He put his hand on my head. His thumb was over here. His finger was over here. That's how big his damn hand was. And he had on this big ring. That ring must have weighed 2 pounds because it made a coconut sound when it hit me on the top of the head.
Yes, most wrestlers wear that as a belt.
Yeah.
Looked like a boat anchor is what it looked like.
Yeah, well.
Andre the Giant has a semi-official standing in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most beers drinking in one night.
That's because I don't submit my performance to the Guinness Book of World Records. Hello, Donna.
Yeah. Didn't he polish a keg by himself?
No, he was drinking cans. Whatever brand he was drinking.
Oh, cans.
But was it 152 cans in one night? 12-ounce beers.
Okay, got me beat.
Hey,
damn! I gotta figure out a way to get another 25 in.
The bartender needed help opening the beers, and it was the pull tops.
Yeah, the old-fashioned, not the ones that pull up and pop back down. The ones you had to pull the tab off.
Had to rip the tab off of. Yeah, the ones that Jimmy Buffett cut his heel on,
and had to head back home.
And
no, he didn't head back home. He cruised on back home. Come on, get the lyrics right.
So you can imagine 152 of those. Your fingers would be wore out.
At a certain point, you just hand it to the man and let him do it himself.
He just rips the top off the can and doesn't bother with a pop top because it's too damn small.
Right.
Yeah.
They said he could take a pitcher of beer and just throw it.
Well, it was mug size to him.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Quaffing. That's called quaffing if you're a dwarf.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was not 150. It was 119 12-ounce beers in 6 hours. Oh, another source claims that Andre drank 156 beers in a single sitting, which would be a world record.
I am now, boss.
Oh, this is funny. When he quit drinking, okay, he still drank 5 bottles of wine at dinner.
Well, yeah, because a bottle of wine for him would be
He was
like
trying
one
to
of those
lose
mini
weight and get
bottles
down.
for us.
He was trying to get down to 475 pounds.
Yeah, you got to figure a regular bottle of wine was about like one of those little airline bottles of liquor for him. Um,
John's
Over a month-long period while filming The Princess Bride, Andre allegedly rang up a $40,000 bar tab at the Hyatt in London.
yes, but they charge $5 for a regular pint of beer.
40 ounces of various liquors poured into a pitcher. I've never tasted airplane fuel, but I imagine it's very close to what it must taste like. Let me see here. 119 beers in 6 hours. That one was confirmed. He drank an airplane dry. Oh, and this one's from Ric Flair. Okay. He drank the plane's entire stock of vodka while on a trip to Japan. It was a 747.
damn.
Now, wait a minute. They don't start off with that damn much.
Yeah, they do, because they got the first class. Upper area has its own bar. Not the little cart they push around. It has a bar.
And I guarantee he was up in that area because it probably had the most.
Or right below it. One of the, they had the business class in the nose. They have the first class up in the
Which one's
loft.
got the biggest chairs?
The loft. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he would be.
He was either in the loft or he had his own little private section back with the rest of the luggage.
Yeah. Now, there is a really good spot right at the front of coach class, right behind the business class, because that's where the stairwell is that goes up to first class. There's 3 chairs right there,
And it has extra leg room. Yes, I know.
There's a foyer right in front of it. There's no seats in front of you, and there's a movie screen about 10 feet in front of you.
Yep.
So that would be probably the best leg room on the plane.
I was on a what is it?
I got those seats once.
A KLM, a Dutch Royal
KLM.
Airlines.
Strangely enough, I was on a KLM flight and got those seats. Best seats on a plane, in my opinion.
I managed to stretch my feet out, and nobody actually used the big screen for a movie. They just had the flight data on it the entire trip.
I got watch movies there, and then
I wanted to watch the flight data. I didn't care about a movie. I wanted to see the map.
They got that little closet off to the side because it doesn't have an overhead bin. So instead of putting your luggage up there in an overhead bin, you've got a closet off to the side, right up against the wall where the stairwell is, right behind it. And then the movie screen's right in front of you. There's nobody between you and the movie screen. And then right to the side of the movie screen is the entrance to business class. And then, it's Royal Dutch Airlines, so they've got their own names for it. Royal Dutch class or something there. And
it was the people that had their drink served in glasses rather than plastic cups. However, they came around with a beer cart about every hour for a $5 beer.
So the movie came on, and the lady who was sitting right over here from me, across and behind me, she had the aisle seat. Her kid had the window seat. Okay. He's about, I think he was 8, but little kid. And so the movie comes on. Everybody puts down the window shades, so you can see the movie better. And he's like trying to stand up and see stuff. I can't see the movie. I've got all 3 of those seats to myself. So I'm like, hey, why don't you let the kid come over here, sit with me, watch a movie? So that'd be nice, And the stewardess was like, yeah, they've been trying to take care of the kid too. So he was the only kid on the airplane.
The stewardess hands you an extra pillow to smother him with.
No, actually, he wanted to watch the movie. I can't remember what movie it was though, but he was like, "Oh, I love this movie."
Attack of the Titans, probably.
And it's long. This was
Long before that, I assume.
this was in the late '80s. So yeah, I can't remember. It's some movie, but it was. He wanted to watch a movie, and it just blew his mind that we were on an airplane, flying over the ocean, watching a movie. Just,
Yeah, wait, you see this? This is the best bit.
so anyway, he fell asleep, and his mom came over, picked him up, took him back over to his seat. And that's my big KLM airplane story.
KLM is a good airline. It really is. I mean, they charge an awful lot for a beer, but they charge an awful lot for anything.
They weren't that well. Of course, this was back in the late '80s. It wasn't that bad, but
Well,
all airlines. All airlines.
It was 2011 when I was on one of their planes. So, you know, inflation is a thing. But I really was grateful for the extra leg room because I'm not all that tall, but I'm not all that short either. Maybe 5'11", but I'm made out of legs. I mean, seriously.
You're 5'11"?
Yeah.
I thought you'd be taller.
We did this before. Live.
See, I'm only 5'8". You're not that much taller than me, are you?
Depends on what you consider to be taller. I mean, I slouch a lot, but
And you were wearing a cowboy hat. You should be a lot taller.
yeah, but I wasn't wearing cowboy boots. I was wearing beach shoes. There's no heels.
Strange enough, I was wearing beach. Matter of fact, I was wearing these.
It's very much like what I was wearing right now. I've got bedroom slippers on,
You know, I'm
which would not
surprised
be any taller.
I bought those things as I figured that'll be the shoes I wear around the house, and they'll be good for 6 months, and they'll fall apart. I thought they've actually held up pretty good.
Yeah, I can get about 2 years out of a pair of beach shoes, and I wear them. I wear them to drive to work, take them off, put them in my locker, put my steel toe shoes on, do all my work stuff, come back, drive home. Every time we go shopping, they're just very, very comfortable. Like I said, no heels on them whatsoever. But a pair of Dr. Scholl's in the bottoms of them, and they're extremely comfortable for a year or two. And then the rubber in the sole starts to crack long ways because of the way your foot flexes.
I'm gonna. I don't know how well this will show up. I'm gonna throw this up. Joe,
Notice how careful I didn't indicate what brand they were, because I don't care.
Oh, they moved everything around on me, bastard. Let's see, is that the one? Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Okay. All right, throw that up there.
All right.
Look at the beer in his hand.
It's a normal size can. It's a very large hand.
And if you look at the fork on the bottom there, oh, hang on a minute. If you look at the fork down here and the wine or the water glass over here, that's not a fake picture.
Nope, that's a regular. What is it? 16 ounce?
12.
That's a 12.
12. Okay.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Is
that the Memorial Auditorium?
Yeah.
Can you get that bigger?
Hang on a minute. Let me see. No, it won't get any. That's old school photos. Go away, advertisement. Gee, oops.
That's not your dad there in a white shirt, is it, Joe?
No.
He didn't work security?
No, he was the guy that He was
No,
named-
that's going to be Texas
Oh, okay.
because everybody in the audience looks Hispanic. And it figures they don't have it.
They don't have a notation as to the location
Yeah,
of the
just
photograph.
Wikimedia Commons. Yeah.
Mm.
Do you remember the Man Show?
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel and I can't remember the other.
Adam
God.
Carolla.
Who?
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel. You remember their
Yes.
band director?
No, because I hated the show.
Oh, really? Used to drink beers, and he'd have 2 beers in a beer mug, and he could drink beers without swallowing.
Which one, Adam Carolla or Jimmy Kimmel?
No, the guy had led the
The
band.
band director.
Oh.
Captain or skipper or captain, whatever his name was.
If you
Yeah,
had to work with those two, you'd be able to drink without swallowing too. Only you'd have a hose and a keg.
Hey, no offense, but girls on trampolines in skimpy outfits was
Yeah, that
really
was
did.
one of their more popular sections.
That was one of their more popular things.
It wasn't that bothered me. It was their genuine
Immaturity.
yes, immaturity. That was the thing. Yes, that's a good word for it. Wasn't the word that I was going to reach for, but it's much more polite than I would have used.
And
But
it
yes,
was-
that
it's kinda
was
funny.
that was the part that kept me from ever watching it after the first 2 or 3 times I gave it a try.
It was kind of funny how he went from that to the Jimmy Kimmel show where he was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I mean,
Doesn't matter. He didn't change his name. I never gave that a chance either.
Wasn't bad, wasn't good.
The reputation had already been established. Oh, here's a jerk with a TV show.
You just
Well, I'll
described
say-
Hollywood, California.
Well, I'll tell you, Jimmy Fallon is more like Carson than Jay Leno could ever think about being.
Really? You know, that's one of the problems with those old school performers. Like, you know, who was the one who did what was the Jack
Parr.
Jack Parr. Carson took over from Jack Parr. Of course, Carson did a great job. And then, of course, everybody it's what I call Bear Bryant syndrome. Carson did such a good job that everyone else had to like play catch up.
Well, Carson was a really, really good interviewer, unless it was a guest that you just go, "Hi, nice to see you. Take over." Because a lot of guests were like well, not a lot, but there were a certain percentage of guests that were like that, to where you couldn't interview them; they were just on. So you just had to welcome them, sit them down, say hi, and back off and let them do their shtick, because otherwise they would get irritated and
Was
ruin
it
the show.
Raquel? Was it Raquel Welch that showed up with her cat?
I'm not sure. That I don't remember.
You did. And she had the cat sitting in her lap, looked at Johnny and goes, "Would you like to pet my pussy?" He goes, "Sure, get the damn cat out of the way." And apparently he got in a lot of trouble with some censors.
He got into trouble with censors for that one because it was only 11 o'clock. But if Raquel Welch offers you that line, you take the opportunity for
That's it's a legend. You know, that is a legend.
seriously.
You know,
If somebody offers you the classic comeback to a question. You go for it, even if you get written up for it later. It's going to be one of those things that will live in rerun history forever.
One of those things. It's better to beg for forgiveness than ask permission.
Don't even beg for forgiveness. Just say, "Yeah, I'm proud of that one."
How much is the fine again?
Really? Well, Ed, there goes this week's beer budget.
You know, I've tried finding that on YouTube. Apparently, it's banned.
It's banned.
Yes,
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
It's on the DVDs.
Yeah, if you get the best of Johnny Carson,
The best of Carson, yeah, you can find it.
But I can't find it. But apparently, or was it? I can't remember who he's interviewing, but her son saw it and wanted her to ask Johnny Carson about it because she didn't see it. She didn't believe it. That you can find on YouTube.
Mhm.
Did you hear what Raquel passed away from? They released it yesterday. Heart failure and complications of Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I saw that earlier in the week. I think I can't remember if it was yesterday or not.
That also, what is happening that so many people are coming down with Alzheimer's?
Aluminum is what they think.
Life expectancy is tripled since the 20s. Nobody used to live long enough to get it.
Yeah, 100 years
Seriously.
ago, nobody lived long enough to get Alzheimer's. They're just a crazy old person.
And well, that's how I lost my dad. And in his case, it was aspiration pneumonia. He forgot how to swallow, so he's breathing his own spit, and got pneumonia. And his veins at 70 something too delicate to take IV meds to get rid of the pneumonia. So it was either a case of the doctors were going to kill him or the disease was one. So they just gave him palliative care, and he lasted 21 days in hospice. Now, that's a strong man to go 21 days with one meal a day that you can actually eat.
Mm-hmm.
And that was usually chicken broth. They just looked at him and going, "Do y'all want to see Superman? Okay, he's right over here. Come on, your family." They were in awe. I mean, the doctors were definitely, they gave him 3 days. He lasted 3 weeks. If I'm a tenth the man my dad was, I'll still be proud. That was a green room moment right there. I shouldn't say things that personal here, but I did, so deal with it. Anybody wants to watch this 5 years from now,
Hey,
it's all right.
oh, I'm trying to find a video that I saw on the Facebook Reels. I only saw it once. I shared it, and the comment stayed, but the video didn't post.
Okay.
So now I'm trying to find it again.
That somebody may have pulled the video.
That's what I'm afraid of.
But why would that leave the comments? There's a special case scenario going on there, I do believe. I'm no expert. I have seen that
Facebook is
happen
that
on.
special
I,
case.
I have seen that on Facebook where somebody closed down an actual original comment, or original post, but the comment stayed, and that was mysterious because nobody knew what anybody was talking about if they'd read it 6 months later. Um, I don't know. Didn't know YouTube did that.
I got to share this. I've got to share this.
Oh no,
Oh
no, I
Lord.
can't.
I'm going to have to make sure the audio is off. Yeah, audio is off because there is music with it. John will absolutely, completely. I need John to pull this up. Hit play or pull it up.
You're the fall guy.
All right. Is it up?
Yeah. Yes, I've seen this one. And yes, I've actually seen people.
Marines. Oh.
See, this is the danger of a diet of crayons.
I think one of my favorite ones is they went in and they used a Halligan tool, which is what firefighters use. And instead of hitting the door lock, they grabbed one of the hinges, pulled, and the entire door came off. Just one pull. Just brilliant. Pulled it, put the door off to one side, and went in and did the mission. Didn't even make a lot of noise. That was really impressive. This one guy comes running in. He's got on night vision goggles. Ran over, kicked to the door while I was sitting up against the wall. Fell back on his ass, and the door came down on top of him and broke his night vision goggles. That was, $5,000 night vision goggles.
But still, that's probably the best thing that ever happened to him. He's going to have a story that'll give him a free drink in any bar that the military is in for a long time.
I don't know how they did it, but it wound up on YouTube for a while. And they ordered that everybody who put that on YouTube, pull it down. It disappeared, which I didn't think was possible on the internet. But I have not found it since then.
Have you tried the Wayback Machine?
They took these, there were these videos where they were watching some people with thermal imagers from the big long distance ones. They'd be up on buildings, they'd be looking at, and they'd be watching people, see what they were doing. And they got this picture of these two guys out there with a donkey. Yes. And you can't really see them, but it's a thermal image. You can see what's going on very clearly. It got pulled. I don't know how they do it, but apparently they can pull stuff off the internet. Well, the military can. I don't know about average people, but it's. Let's see here. Iran's been flexing its muscles, so the United States Navy has deployed a guided missile submarine into the Red Sea. Have you heard about this?
Nope.
A guided missile submarine, because they decided we don't need as many ballistic missile submarines as we built, because there just ain't that many people to nuke anymore, or something. So what they did was, instead of having these big ballistic missiles that could go halfway across the planet and such like that, they modified the tubes so that each tube could hold like 5 Tomahawk cruise missiles, 2 launch cruise, and they just have this adapter that goes down in it and has 5 Tomahawk missiles. And most of these things carry a dozen ballistic missiles, so they can carry like 5 times that in like 5 dozen Tomahawk missiles. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but apparently they've got one over there right now that can carry up to 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles. on
That's
one
going to ruin somebody's day.
on one boat.
Wow.
When you absolutely, positively have to piss somebody off overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will. It would make for a bad day.
Now, here's what gets me. Tomahawk missiles can be nuclear armed.
Yep. With a cat.
Can be. I don't know if we
Can
actually
be.
have any, but they can be. They were designed that way. It's got 1,000. It can either carry 1,000-pound conventional warhead or a small nuclear warhead.
You remember the Davy Crockett?
Yes. Well, it's a 540-mile nautical for 500. If I remember correctly, 540 nautical miles on a land attack missile.
Well, that was a hell of a lot more range than the Davy Crockett had.
Davy Crockett was a nuclear recoilless rifle, is what they called it.
It was a bazooka with a nuke.
It was a bazooka with nuclear warhead, basically. And it had, if I remember correctly, it had a 6-mile range, but the warhead had a 10-mile burst radius.
So
Whoever launched it was a crispy critter.
Yep, if you got the order to fire one of those,
You had to be behind a hill, shooting over the hill, having it explode below the line of the hill. So when it went off, you were behind the hill and didn't get vaporized.
and with enough room to kneel down, bend over, and kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, that was not. The Honest John missile was kind of like that too. They had a Honest John missile was a truck launched missile with a big war. It had like a 1-ton warhead, and this thing it was a screaming fast missile, and it was kind of like that too. Is it had like a 10-mile range and a 12-mile burst radius because some idiot decided, hey, this would be a good missile to put a nuclear warhead.
Yeah. I guess that's why no units were issued too.
No.
Just the one. That'll be enough. Unless you want scavengers to set off the second one.
Now they did have, of course, the backpack nukes, as they call them.
Yeah.
Which was the big, it's about the size of a 30-gallon drum with a, what was it, a Whiskey 8.4 nuclear warhead, if I remember correctly?
30-gallon drum is not my idea of backpack size.
It's about half the size of a duffel bag. So that's.
Huh? Oh, huh? I know what size a 30-gallon is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty hefty diameter there.
Yeah, had to be. Big heavy thing. I got to play with the training devices. So
and duffel bags are bigger than that.
I got a picture. Hang on a minute. See if I can pull. I have no idea how to pull this up. See if I can figure this out real quick.
Wait a minute. You don't have to. I know how big a 55-gallon drum is, and
No,
that's 5 gallons bigger.
Save pictures. There we go. See, I put it under firearms. I'm pretty sure I saved a picture of it. I just have absolutely no idea what I saved it as.
File naming.
Well, that's just it. I just can't remember the file name.
Yeah, really. That's what I was saying. If you don't give things memorable file names, or at least obvious file names, it takes you a long time to hunt something up.
Why is Great Kabuki under firearms?
It's your computer.
Yeah,
How am I supposed to answer that?
One of these days I got to fix this. I have actually got a picture of the Great Kabuki under my firearms pictures. I have no idea how I've done that.
I gotta go down
I
the
blame
hall.
beer.
I'll be right back.
I
All
blame
right.
Yes, I cannot find my whiskey 84 picture. Backpack. It's not under backpack. It's not under whiskey 84. I might not have it under. It might not be in my weapons picks. Oh well. Oh well. Sorry, folks. That's right. If I can find it on the internet, let's see if I can do that real quick. Do some internet here real quick. Pack. Images. There. Hey, I'll be darned. They've actually got a pack. Oh, somebody bought one. Army surplus. How cool is that?
Oh, what?
The training container for the backpack nuke.
Ah,
Yeah, I thought that was. We had special forces security watching us decommission all this stuff and send it when they got rid of them and quit using them. They wanted to send them back. Well, they had to pull it out of the special bunker and everything had to be inventoried. People were watching. Armed guards were watching, all sorts of stuff like that. We finally put it into the special car that they were going to deliver it in. And all it was training gear. It wasn't the real gear. Okay. All that security for it, just to get rid of the training gear. They were decommissioning it. Wound up on the internet, you could buy it on eBay.
the stuff that was decommissioned
Yes.
and destroyed?
They didn't. Well, it was training gear. It wasn't the actual stuff. I don't know what they did with the actual stuff, but they treated the training gear just like the actual stuff. And
Well, yeah, it was practice for dealing with the actual stuff, no doubt. And then it wound up on eBay anyway, like
it
you
wound up
said.
on eBay anyway. Yeah, and that's one of them. You see, somebody's got that in his storage building, sitting on a U-Haul box.
I wish there was a way to tell the scale that looks like a 5-gallon bucket.
No, it's about the size of a 30-gallon drum.
Okay, so a little less than waist high, and
Garbage can.
yeah,
about the size
about
of
the
a
size
decent
of a good sized garbage can. Yeah, 30-gallon. That's the size of the trash bags we buy. 30-gallon. Yeah.
Oh.
And he's missing some stuff that goes with it, but yeah.
That's all right. Don't tell him. He'll go out and buy more.
Remember? No, that's an actual duffel bag. Who put that there?
Hey,
That's
show me the picture of the actual duffel bag. I would like to see one.
Somebody's got it dressed up like a backpack nuke. That looks like that's.
I thought duffel bags did have shoulder straps
They do.
one for to carry like a backpack.
Yes. Just it's hard. They don't have any bracing in it, so they hurl like him.
Oh, I think I bought a civilian version of that for it. It was advertised as a laundry bag, but it would hold about 30 gallons worth of laundry.
Strangely enough, we used to use 30-gallon trash bags to waterproof them. So
That makes a lot of sense.
The Army had wet weather bags, but it never failed. They always got pinholes in them. It didn't work. So we buy heavy-duty contractor grade trash bags. But those things are like 55-gallon drum liners.
Yeah, drum liners. Yeah, exactly. There's a guy that does camping videos that recommends there's a certain mil thickness of those he recommends. And you can take 2 of them and cut the bottom out of one of them and use a couple of saplings that you cut down and brace apart with a length of wood in between each end and basically make a hammock out of it and suspend it over the ground so you're not touching the ground.
Ooh.
You're not in the mud. You're not being chilled by the wet ground. And
Now,
the bag the liners are strong enough to where they're not going to break if a 280-pound guy lays on it.
okay, what is this, Joe?
So this was posted on a NDOT group, and yeah, someone installed the right turn lane in the sidewalk area.
Actually, I just saw this in Athens about a week and a half ago. They had a right turn lane going up to a stoplight, completely cordoned off with traffic cones. Got up to the end of it, and there were construction stuff right there where that lamppost is. And an 18-wheeler ignored the traffic cones telling him the lane was closed and went right on up there and had to do a really squirrely right-hand turn that went mostly left before it got started. Took up 2 lanes of traffic to keep from destroying the trailer he was towing
Hmm.
to get around the obstacle in his way.
Well, as
And
a
needless to say, there was a string of flat traffic cones in his wake.
as a former employee of the Public Works Department and Street Department, I've seen this happen. You know what happened?
The guy
Work
who was
order
supposed
got
to-
written up wrong.
The guy who was supposed to move the telephone pole didn't
Yeah.
show up for work that day.
The utilities hasn't been moved. We've actually, my boss has actually called the utilities and says, okay, you need to get out. This is when they were doing the Gun Barrel Road project, widening it out.
You've got 30 minutes to get your people out here and move this pole, or we will move it for you.
Not Gun Barrel, Shallowford Road. Yeah, it was pretty much on this day, or well, tomorrow we're paving this lane. You've got your choice. You move the poles or we move the poles, and we're not responsible for what happens.
Well, see, here's the thing with this, because the pole that's in the picture here
Is a brand new
Is-
pole.
well, a street is a signal pole. It's for the traffic signals. So this pole is owned by the same idiots who allowed
did?
this.
Paved the lane leading right up into it. Yes.
Here, let me show you my traffic pet peeve. Hey, bring that up for me, Joe. Let me know when you bring it up.
All right, it's up.
All right. This is I-75, and there's the highway that comes in through Ringgold. Okay. There's your Wendy's. There's your Food Lion. Okay. This is the Poplar Springs Road over here. Okay. Comes down here. They just recently widened all this stuff. Brand new road, really nice, right? But for some reason, they've put in this big concrete median right up the middle here. Okay. And you can't see it because the picture cuts off here, but it goes all the way up to here. Now, for some odd reason, the company that is doing the stop that. There we go. Okay. The company that did this, they got rid of the turn lane here. They used to be able to turn here into Food Line. And then they put in this concrete obstacle in the former turn lanes. Okay. And they've widened it. But here's the problem. This is where the tractor trailer rigs are supposed to come in.
Yep.
And the street signs are right here on the thing. So every time a tractor trailer rig comes in to get into Food Lion, they take out the street sign that's sitting over here. And 2, now people can't turn here to get in the food line. They have to go down here to the intersection at the light, turn here. There's no turn lane here. So they have to come around here, block traffic to try and get in the food line now because they can't come in this way.
So here's my question. The little road that they have to go down to at the traffic light.
Yes.
Fairly busy road?
Yes, that's the road that goes down to the elementary school. So that road, oh wait, it's not here. Damn it. This is the old road. Oh,
so that road might be.
That's what it looks like now, and you can see that sign right there. That's the one the trucks keep. They've had. Well, actually, see that little stump right there?
Yep.
That's where the sign is supposed to be.
Yep.
That's what
but
the
it
truck
keeps getting knocked over
by the trucks, and then nobody can turn here. Now here's what's funny: there's a turn lane the turn lane goes down like here, but remember I told you there's a school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see, pull this. Let me see if I can get this to work right here. Why they didn't extend the turn lane down to here and get rid of some of this concrete? They put in all this concrete. They could have extended that turn lane down 3 more cars for the traffic light up there. It's odd that you can't see the traffic light. I guess the Google cameras don't. Oh, there. Well, you can kind of see it. But then let me see if they got. Yeah, that's what the new road looks like, and you can see no turn lane.
Yeah.
So people making a left into that parking lot are
blocking the traffic coming through. Yeah, coming off the freeway.
How wide is that? Let me see the street view. Oh fuck yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
it's wide. That's the
a
old picture. It's wider now.
Okay, but that looks like 8 foot per lane, or thereabouts.
But there you can see all the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they were actually doing construction. Let's see if. Oh, that's the other thing I love about it. Hey, wait a minute. That's. Let me see here. Oh wait, that is old. They don't. Oh, that's such an old picture. They don't even show the Arby's.
They've got it listed there. It looks like, but
yeah, I know. But
there's an Arby's underneath that clump of kudzu.
Yeah, it wasn't under the kudzu last year. It is now. Okay, and you can see they've changed all that. You can see where they widen the road. You can see where they're going to widen the road.
Yeah,
but they still don't have a turn lane there. And why they didn't put the turn lane in here, I don't know. Well, and why they put that concrete thing in there?
Yeah, why they put the concrete there? That's the mystery to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to speculate here, just going off of what I've seen NDOT do. The reason why they killed the left turn into here, is due to traffic accidents.
Yeah,
but there's a traffic light right there.
Right.
That would regulate.
Yeah, but there's not one at the turn into the store.
They don't need one. All they needed was, back in the old days, the turn lane worked just fine. There weren't that many accidents here.
There's enough for them to finally go, you know what, we're cutting this off.
No, they hired a company out of New York to do the contracting for the design. This is a Yankee intersection, is what this is.
Oh, we've got that same design coming out of several places.
Not gonna say it. That one's too easy.
Because that design there's a couple of gas stations that had that same design coming in and out of their station, to where you could only turn right onto the road. You couldn't actually.
Right.
You weren't supposed to turn left. Did I turn left? Yes, I did.
I've got a truck. I can climb concrete.
Well, no, there was nothing blocking it at the time.
This is the other one I like here, is they put that in there.
Yeah.
That's so they don't have to redo all that work when they build something over there.
Hey, let's play a little game.
This way to NSA headquarters.
Let's play a little game. How long do you think that intersection right there is going to look exactly like that?
It's probably already changed.
You know, there's now a dirt road going to wherever else on the other side of that woods.
That's just it. There's nothing there. I believe this used to be a farm long ago, and you can see that's the old farmhouse. Okay. You couldn't see that farmhouse back before the tornado. It had trees all around it, and they cut down all these trees. But you can't see that. You see the road where it goes up there here. When they widen it, all that's gone. So
that looks like a runway, like a little small private runway.
No, that was his farm. He just ain't got it all. He's only got it partially plowed.
Partially plowed, yeah.
And this is where the aliens land.
The Whitwell International Airport got closed because Dollar General bought the property.
And now they get deliveries by ski helicopters.
Huh. I didn't know that was over there.
What is it?
It's a pond. Oh, or a quarry. Okay. Well, it's a pond when it rains.
Well, that damn hole's bigger. You could drop the entire city of Ringgold in that hole.
Yeah. John, you know where Vulcan is out on Shallowford Road?
Yeah, there's one. What's Martin Marietta owns that one.
Yeah, well, Airport Road splits between the creek and the quarry hole.
Yeah.
They started getting into so many caves and so much water was leaking through the rock from the creek that it was just cheaper to start a new quarry in another area than keep going with that one.
Yeah.
They said this thing will fill up in 2 months. Year and a half later, it finally the water quit rising.
That's where that flatbed truck with the crane on the back got stuck going over the railroad tracks, and the train hit it. You saw the train video, I take it. And he was sitting right there when the train came in and took out the truck, the trailer, the Komatsu great all that he had on the back. All the stupid stuff down through here.
Oh yeah, the Komatsu Traco.
Yeah.
Yeah, trains can stop in a short distance.
Short distance being about a mile.
No, it probably about 200 feet from when it hit that excavator.
Oh, they ain't going very fast then at 200 feet.
Well, they can't go very fast through here. They're going through town.
But, John, they've got 2 different rock quarry companies now hitting in that same rock. I'm just waiting for the day that they hit the cave that has been filled up by the Chickamauga Creek.
And then the airport falls into it.
Hey, John, can I have him pull yours down for just a second? Yeah. So this happened on our job site the other night.
Is that a Hummer?
It's a Jeep.
It's a Jeep. Not a very confident Jeep, but a Jeep. Yes, okay.
What I'm trying to figure out is how he ended up like that.
Because he climbed it.
If you notice the vehicles in the background, they're heading the opposite direction of where he's heading. Which means he tried to bust a U-turn, apparently, because there's no rear end damage showing like he got pit maneuvered or anything.
Well, we can't see the other side of the vehicle, so we don't know. But
no, that's true.
My guess is the left wheel got hung up on that concrete and it flipped the vehicle, and the right wheel wound up on the top on the other side of it too. So, be my guess.
Anyway. Yeah. Either that or my mom was driving.
Yeah, that was a picture from one of the
Tequila is the
superintendents.
reason that Jeep is up there.
Yeah, I just happen to remember that one. I figured I'd share that one real quick.
Oh, Joe can tell you this. There's a reason those barriers have that little kick out at the bottom.
Oh, on the
on the walls and the barrier.
Yeah, these don't have that little kick out really.
That's probably why the Jeep's sitting up on top of it then. That kick out, Dan, is designed to throw you off the wall when you hit it.
Well, and that's the other thing I'm trying to figure out is how fast did he hit this? Because that's zipper wall. That should have flexed in. He just straight climbed this thing.
Yeah. Zipper wall.
Straight.
Are you talking about there's a machine that can actually move the wall over?
Yep.
They're all interconnected?
Yep.
Okay. I've never actually seen one. I've seen the videos of it.
Oh, you've seen the videos, okay.
Yeah. That's a pretty neat system.
Yeah. Yeah, you can move it over one full lane on a pass.
Yeah.
Please don't tell Knoxville about that.
So every state actually has at least a couple miles of zipper wall in it. The company that leases the machine has wall countrywide. It's not used in every state every year. It's more for kind of oddball interstate projects like ours. But there's actually several states that have had it since. Some of the people that commented on my videos said they've seen it as far back as they think like the 80s. And it's been used in major cities where they have the express lanes during rush hour. So during the morning rush, they'll run the machine through so that way people going into the city have an extra lane. And then at night, they run the machine back the other way and give the express lane coming out of the city.
Oh, we had one in Atlanta a couple of years ago where a bus got into the express lane and was going so fast the driver didn't notice he was going up a hill and wound up jumping an overpass instead of stopping to turn.
I'm trying to remember. They were doing construction down in Atlanta a few years back. And there was this overpass that went over. They put in a brand new overpass. They widened it. Went from a 4-lane overpass to 6 lanes with 2 turn lanes. So that you could you could get off the interstate and turn around and go back the way you came on the interstate, kind of thing. And for some reason, I don't know what it was, but like 3 months in a row, they had tractor trailer rigs that would get up on this bridge and turn and come off the bridge onto the interstate just for no damn reason. And they were like, and they were like, what is wrong with this bridge that all these truck drivers keep driving off? And I love the guy who is in charge of putting the bridge in goes, it's Atlanta. They drive like dumbasses.
Amen. Amen.
Dawn, you're early.
I know.
Not that we're ungrateful to see your smiling face.
Whenever I see your smiling face, I ask to smile myself.
This is why we asked John not to sing.
Oh.
But he does it on security, so that drives people away from doing
Let me
Ungodly.
see the badge. I don't want to show my badge. Whenever I see, okay, the badge. Okay.
We don't need no stinking badges.
You do if he's singing.
Actually, it is in the rules. Yes, we do need to see your sneaking badges. It's in the rules. Yes, we need to see your sneaking badges.
Yeah, that's.
Well, then I guess I'm out of this conversation because I don't got no badge.
We'll give
I'm
you
bad.
one.
I'm badgeless.
I'm thinking it is rule. Oh, crap.
42.
Rule, oh, crap. I don't remember that one. I've heard it as a response to several rules, but I've never actually heard "oh crap" as a rule.
Oh.
So here's one you guys might like, especially if you're race fans.
Oh, I'll bring it up. Joe's looking up rules.
This was
Rules? We don't need no rules. Oh, wait.
They were paving the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and took a core sample of the asphalt to test for density. The bottom layer is the original brick.
Well, cool. So it really was a brickyard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And then everything above that, you can see the different layers of asphalt and unfortunate parts of cars.
Right, yeah.
Why does the asphalt have a Ford emblem in it? Okay.
What's fun is watching them when they paved Talladega.
Oh, that was brick too, wasn't it? At one time.
No.
It's such a steep bank.
It was bank. Yes. I take the point.
You have to pave it at 60 miles an hour, or you won't be able to get up on the side.
They actually had
60, 120.
The pictures that we had when we were in Tech Academy. One of the supervisors actually had shown us this. They had the dump trucks were down at the bottom, dumping into a transfer machine that had its arm over the paver. The paver had wires running up to the top to, I think it was 2 rollers.
Bulldozers.
Or bulldozers that were going along with it to keep it from sliding down.
With cranes hanging off of them.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I actually talked to some of the operators. Pucker factor was really up there.
Oh,
yeah.
Especially the roller operators.
There was a town long ago north of Atlanta, and it was famous for I want to say it's a black town, but it's famous for having a racetrack. The racetrack was made out of clay, hard packed clay. Famous racetrack, and the name of the town escapes me right now. But they put in a dam. And now the town's underwater, or most of the time it's underwater. But they had a really big drought like 2 years ago in Atlanta. And the water level went down where the town popped up out of the river. And you could actually get the bleachers are still there for the racetrack. There were concrete bleachers on the side of the hill.
And there are 2 cars still going around the track.
No, but the racetrack is still in good shape. It's not like there's a lot of river mud or anything on top of it because it was a clay racetrack. They said, you get out here and for a little bit of effort, you could probably run a race on this thing right now.
Sad news about racetracks. Boyd Speedway has been sold.
sold to a developer, so that
Brown Brothers.
Yeah, they'll put something stupid there.
It's gone. The Speedway's gone.
Some of the guys at work were talking about Atlanta Raceway. Something happened to it too, and they were worried it was going to become instead of a racetrack, it was going to become a housing development. I'm just going. There are years worth of echoes in there that ain't died yet.
No, Atlanta Motor Speedway's not going anywhere. They just dropped like $30 million into the place.
Well, good for my friends that are racing fans. They love that place. They absolutely adore that place. Except for leaving the parking lot after a race. That's the only thing they ever complain about.
Closest interstate is 12 miles away. And it's a 2-lane road out.
Atlanta Raceway?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly where it is.
Hampton, Georgia.
We pass the turnoff to it every time we go to Atlanta from Commerce Banks Crossing. I didn't realize that it went to Hampton. I thought it was a little bit closer to the highway than, 85 north and south is the highway I'm talking about.
Talladega does it right. They've got a 200-foot wide road going in from both directions. On race day, only way in, only direction is every lane is going in. When the race is over,
every lane is going out.
It's going out.
Yep. That's the way to do it right there.
And I made the mistake of leaving my sister's house in Pell City after the race. It was running about 45 miles an hour, but it was bumper to bumper all the way to Birmingham.
Yep. It would be. It would be.
Don't mind me. I'm snarky tonight, I think. I don't know.
Well, snark away, sweetheart. We like that kind of thing. We think it's sexy.
Shit.
Have you met us? Not yet, but you will.
Eventually.
You guys. Especially Cloudman there. Good job on the egg hunt today.
Oh, you saw one of my videos?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we were getting a little worried with the Easter egg hunt at the park today because 9:30 had rolled around, the fire department had brought the Easter bunny down, and we had like 10 kids.
And what time was it supposed to start?
10 a.m. Normally by 9:30, we have everybody and their brother there.
There's a Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Maybe.
There's a Zach. Zach from Texas.
Live from
Hello there.
There he is.
Howdy, partner.
And that's a starship.
See the little flashy light? That's the tower.
Okay. The flashing light is Starship. Okay.
Nice.
I thought he was pointing to his fearless companion there.
How far away are you?
5.45 miles. Too
Still-
close.
Still not in the safe zone, yes.
Well,
We had a discussion about that when we were talking about short-range nuclear missiles. So
yeah, well, there's water there, and the new rule is if it goes boom, you go splash.
The trouble, okay,
You're gonna go splash.
you will see it before the shockwave gets to you.
Yeah, you'll have
Don't wait for the sonic boom, or it's too late.
John, do the quick math. How quick does he have to hit the water?
Like -7 seconds.
No, you're better than that. I'd say safe 10 seconds.
Safe 10.
6 would be good. 6 would be good. 6 would be better, but you might have 10 seconds. Well, there's the reaction factor too. Is you see the boom, you see the shockwaves heading out, and then you're like, oh. That's like, what do I do? Okay.
Yeah, don't waste 3 seconds deciding to run away. Go dive in the water as soon as you see the flash.
Well, and make sure that we're not on the top layer of our deck, but on the second layer. Because if you jump,
it doesn't matter. Dive from there.
No, but if you dive off here, you're gonna land on the second layer.
Land running.
Go to the Army surplus store. Get a helmet. When you see it go off,
and a life jacket.
When you hit the ground, helmet toward the explosion.
So would you forget that you remembered on the plane, Zach?
Hey,
what?
You always said you were.
What did you forget that you remembered on the plane?
Yes, you always say you forget something and you remember it when you're on the plane. What'd you forget?
Everything.
No.
What haven't you forgotten?
I didn't.
To pay the rent, probably.
That's.
That is what you said, though. Whenever you get on the plane, that's when you realize what you forgot.
Yeah, I didn't forget anything this time, but stuff I ordered got delayed. So now it's arrived in Florida, and none of us are in Florida. So that's fun. But
Zach, when John
Adventures in Rocket City.
When John tells you this stuff, realize he was working with EOD in Iraq.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Of course, we didn't blow up anything that big, but yeah. So.
Oh. Someone just sent me a brilliant idea that I can't say out loud, but yes.
Someone gave you a
I have a lot of brilliant ideas that I don't dare say out loud.
Sounds
Me
like
too. I don't want to get slapped.
Oh! I know what
You
helmet.
want to get slapped, and you know.
I know what helmet we need to get Zach, but we'll have to get with Bill.
The one with beer cans on the side.
No. The Star Trek Mr. Spock helmet with the red whoopee light on top.
She doing.
You do realize that was a child's toy in the 60s. I want to say it had something to do with the Major Matt Mason dolls, but then again, they actually in the 60s they actually had a full scale for a child size space helmet with a complete dome and shoulder pads and everything. Modeled after what they thought the stuff from Apollo was going to be like for moon landings.
No, didn't look anything.
Yeah, it doesn't
look anything like it, but
ooh,
it doesn't seem like this should be legal.
That close to the rocket?
Yeah.
Why is the tower floating in
NASA
midair?
would never let you get that close to one of their rockets,
No.
and you paid for that. Well, the American taxpayer
One of my
paid for
team politely reminded me today when N1 exploded and killed so many people. It did so 6 miles away. This is about 3 times as powerful as N1. And we
you're
are
only 5 miles away.
Correct.
Yeah.
You did remember to make out a will.
Yes, and did I increase my life insurance also? Yes.
Oh, Zach, it was only up for like 3 or 4 minutes on the TFR notices.
Oh.
Hazards, Brownsville, hazards for Tuesday. Thursday was space operations, and then they were gone within minutes.
Interesting. This week or next week?
This week.
That would make Tuesday. That would make sense because they want to do a wet dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
So they would need that. I don't know what Thursday would be because they're not going to launch then because they're not going to have time to refuel the tank farm by then. I don't know.
It went up, and in the time that I could, go from holy crap, it was gone.
Yeah, I'm sure someone got it.
Am I right in assuming that you did not have time to get the concrete reinforced Winnebago?
No, unfortunately not.
It's been nice knowing you.
Yeah. It's been great being here. If I don't see you all again.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
I wish we would have known each other longer, Zach.
There might be a business opportunity down in Texas building bunkers.
Well, the hope is these don't explode more than once.
And
well,
they've already had,
individually, they can only explode once.
To quote or misquote,
Statistically speaking.
to misquote one of my favorite sci-fi heroines, okay? No boom today, boom tomorrow.
Boom tomorrow.
Always a boom tomorrow. Okay.
Like, I don't want it to go boom, but I like.
Hey,
You would like to witness it if the unthinkable ever happened. You would like to survive witnessing it if the unthinkable ever happened.
I would like to see it launch.
Launch.
Go that way, and then boom, about 10 miles downrange.
But that's the last thing you want to see.
Well, I mean, I don't want to see it go boom, but if it's gonna go boom,
Exactly.
Go like 10 miles downrange.
I didn't say it wasn't still on the list.
There was this reporter that got this boring job to take a film crew and go out and do a news story of a blimp, or Zeppelin actually, coming in for a landing at Lakehurst, New Jersey. Okay. Name of the blimp was called the Hindenburg. Okay. All he was there for was to take a picture of the blimp coming in for a landing, right?
No.
He got a lot more than he bargained for.
Oh, the huge humanity.
We have a blimp here. Border Securities put one up. It's a stratospheric
Yes,
observation. Yeah, they've got one anchored over South Padre.
of course.
How high up is it? Or do you know?
They're variable, but they'll change them around from time to time depending on what they're looking at.
150 stories, 100 stories.
Okay.
Yeah, about that.
That's less than I thought, but anchored.
You can see it from 30 miles away. You're like, what is that?
It's a blimp, Frank. It's a blimp. Okay, sorry, I'm quoting Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart again.
And they change the altitude depending on the weather.
Okay.
Oh yeah. If the winds are too bad, you drag that thing down.
Yeah.
But
Well, they've been having a lot of crossings lately in this area, so
it's got a big camera, thermal imager, and all that sort of stuff underneath it. Yeah, I had to work with one of those out in Yuma, Arizona.
all right, my turn.
Oh,
No.
that turn. I thought he was going to say something like
So did
poignant about space launches and stuff. And apparently he had to go
have a turn.
Vehicle disassembly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the main vein.
Explosive decompression, most likely.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of explosive decompression, Lindsay and I tried to go to the taco stand Friday, and we got to the parking lot, and it was so full we couldn't park the car to go into the restaurant and order my burrito.
Oh.
So we had to go to Dairy Queen instead. I am so disappointed. Dairy Queen is very good. Had 2 excellent chili dogs. Took me half an hour to get the mustard out of my mustache, but I really wanted a burrito deluxe
You're lucky
combo.
I don't like mustard.
Yeah, go to you drive out to Texas where Zach's at. They will come to you. They will bring a whole van full of people to make your order.
It's not Taco Stand. Taco Stand is not like Del Taco.
Hey,
it's not
Zach,
like.
Tell them you're from Canada and you really like their taco stand and you wanted to try a real taco. and and I highly recommend trying the local food. Okay.
Look, this is
I will
a
try the
small.
local food.
This
when
is
I
a
know there's
small 3-chain restaurant inside Athens, Georgia. It's been run by University of Georgia students since the 1970s.
Well, no wonder
It,
it's an explosive decompression.
it is the college student version of Mexican food.
So
The
microwaved.
white college student version of Mexican food.
So microwave
unseasoned.
Tostitos.
No. They make it all from scratch right there. Right, you can watch them. They've been doing this for
Stuff from scratch and put it in the microwave.
Yeah, they have to open the plastic, put it
no.
on.
The chili has been cooking all day. They
Hey,
just
hey,
heat
hey,
up the
hey.
rest of the stuff.
It's an
So keep
industrial microwave. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
it's not like the kind you have in a college dorm. Okay,
It's all prepared fresh in front of you, and then they flash it in the microwave for a few seconds. No,
They do use a microwave.
They do use a microwave. Well, they can't melt
it's
the
not
cheese.
like it was taken out of
frozen.
a Tony's pizza box and put it in the microwave. Y'all making it sound dirty. No, this is actually when compared to Taco Bell, this is health food.
What
I
about
can't-
Taco John's?
It's good, is what I'm saying.
I can't reach the sign that I burned, but I did burn one that says if I have to stir it, it's homemade. So
Hey, I did do the pork chops with sauerkraut and baked beans and applesauce today.
oh, now you're talking.
Oh yeah. It was only in the crock pot for about 5 hours.
And then the microwave for 30 seconds.
Nope, never
No,
made the
crock pots stay
microwave.
warm.
It
wait,
never
they
made
don't
the
have
microwave.
They don't have
And
crock pots in Canada, do they?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay.
We're not
they're
that.
called volcanoes, but yes.
They got Timmy's. They're I'm
No, well, I
jealous.
thought everything
Timmy's
in
isn't good
Canada
anymore,
was
though.
like French cuisine.
It is.
It's
So, last I heard, and this was like a decade ago, Timmy's made an accident and forgot to renew their bean roaster, and McDonald's snatched it up, and that's when McDonald's launched McDonald's McCafe globally, was because they bought out Timmy's bean roaster, and then Timmy's had to go find a new roaster, and now no one likes Timmy's coffee, and everyone goes to McDonald's.
That's
good
all right.
thing that
Nobody
I had
likes
the old school
McDonald's coffee
Timmy's.
either. I mean, lots of people buy it every day, but nobody likes it.
I had original Pancake House coffee today.
Interesting.
Well, and the scrambler and pancake.
You're just making me hungry.
What is that?
Black Rifle coffee.
Oh, that's good stuff
Oh.
too.
JB.
Mhm. And it
That's-
helps veterans.
That's damn near
Just-
lethal.
black. I love, I used to get the strangest looks when I would walk into the coffee shop. They said, what can we make for you today? I was like, coffee flavored coffee.
How
Mhm.
boring. No adventure.
No
That's
bullshit.
because it was the adventure that he was having when he started with the
maple,
coffee.
no maple syrup, no cinnamon, no guava juice, coffee flavored coffee.
No milk, no sugar, just coffee.
Roasted
I admit-
beans and water. That's all I want.
I like coffee. I like cream in my coffee, but I will drink it black if I have to.
Coffee we
But I am a creamer and flavored creamer person. But I don't get into the whole triple shots of and sweet squirts and I'm like, yeah, just coffee with some mocha and creamer. We're good.
You want a venti caramel macchiato hot with whipped cream with an extra Elgato shot, extra caramel drizzle with the caramel sugar topping with a caramel drizzle in the cup.
I'm not cruising through college girls. Why
In a
would I want that crap?
In a Trenta cup.
First things first, if I want a foo-foo coffee, okay, I want a hot scotch. You ever see one of these? It comes in a cocktail glass. It's hot chocolate, 2 shots of espresso, a shot of scotch, whipped cream on top, and they sprinkle the mini chocolate chips, dark chocolate chips on top of it. That's my foo-foo coffee.
Yeah, and that's still an
That's not a
extravagance.
foo-foo coffee you can drive with.
They don't know
Sure
that.
it is.
Except for
Legally.
the scotch, yes.
Well, you can still
I'd like to
drive
see.
with it.
I'd like to see any police
Legally.
officer that, like big macho police officer, pull me over while I've got whipped cream and little bitty chocolate chips in my mustache. Okay. Can I help you, officer? He just look at me and go, never mind. Okay.
And remember, Zach, anything is legal as long as you don't get caught.
Here you go.
This is true.
Here's your coffee.
Ooh, hey, that is not bad.
Hey,
Classic
that's
Earl.
not bad.
That's the
I mean,
cheapest thing.
it's not great, but
It's
it's
not
not
good
bad.
either.
Okay.
Yes,
First
it
of all-
is.
Okay. First of all, it's
It's
Colombian.
serviceable.
Okay.
See, now
That's-
you've ruined it.
Yeah, now you ruined it. Yeah. Okay. It's still Colombian roast coffee. Okay.
Is
It's
it?
still-
You really. If it's got anything but water in it,
All
it's
I know is
ruined.
$1.76, and we said sold.
Yeah, really. I quit putting sugar in my coffee when I was 6 years old. I quit putting cream in my coffee when I was 8 years old. I've been drinking it black since then.
Why were you on coffee
I
at 6?
occasionally will do cream and sugar, but very.
I was born a poor black child.
You're such a jerk.
It is.
I-
You jerk.
I was- I was raised in the Smoky Mountains. Hey, if it ain't JFG, it ain't Maxwell House, it ain't coffee.
Hey, Mac.
Hi, Mike.
Mac is one of our guests at HallowCon this year.
Ah, that's nice to know.
Let me see. Where was I going? Oh, we were talking coffee. What were we talking? Coffee, cream and sugar.
And Ted Davies turned me on to a marvelous coffee blend of his way. Waking Dragon from the Indian River Roasting Company. It's really good coffee. It is really good coffee. The shipping to my neck of the woods makes it a little bit prohibitive, but
Mac shaved off his beard. Do I look that bad in a beard that everybody's going to start shaving theirs off? Doing it?
No.
Okay.
no.
I mean, you better not. Ted better not shave his off, so you better keep yours, or vice versa. I don't care.
I intend to trim mine, but
Well-
I'm not going to shave it off.
I got a good coffee for
They
John.
better
to
not
try.
shave it off when I'm dead either. I don't care what my mom wants.
Now I do have Joe's wife addicted to Starbucks Venti Cafe or Cafe Mochas.
Mm.
I like the Cafe Mocha.
John, I got a great coffee for you. Pint of Guinness with 3 shots of espresso.
I think Stone Cup used to do one of those.
Aretha's.
That actually sounds worth having.
There was a St. Patty's Day back when I could drink, and we went to the grocery store, which has a bar in it, and I drank either coffee with Bailey's or Irish coffee with Irish whiskey. That's what I drank all afternoon. Talk about being wired and drunk at the same time.
Yeah, that's very
Well-
good for conventions, actually, being wired and drunk at the same time.
Oh,
Don't
wait a
ask
second.
me
was more
how I
fun.
know that.
It was more fun being drunk in the grocery store.
Well, yeah. That reminds me of a lady that I knew here, or still know, actually, although I haven't seen her in person in years. She loved to dress up in a full leather cat suit and go to the local 24-hour. Well, we'll call it a grocery store because I can't remember the actual brand name of the grocery store. But she got treated with a lot of respect when she got to the checkout line, and this was before self-checkouts. Believe me, if she dressed like that and walked up, they'd open up a new checkout line just for her and close down the self-checkouts until she got out of the store.
I just recognized there's a new
Exactly
name.
that.
There's a new name. Welcome, Anthony Veneton.
Well, okay, I can't pronounce it either. Probably.
Veneton. Okay. Welcome. We just sit around and talk. Who knows what the subject's going to be because we don't. And
really, have the fun of having a conversation is not knowing what you're going to say next.
Yeah.
Irish coffee drinking. Strangely enough, when my airplane was coming back from Iraq, we stopped in Shannon, Ireland. And supposedly, Shannon, Ireland's airport is where they invented Irish coffee.
Ooh.
Because
I got to tell Larry Niven about that.
Joe Gamer, Irish coffee came back. What? Real Irish coffee?
Shannon, Ireland used to be a major seaplane port back in the day where the intercontinental flights were seaplanes. You know, Pan Am.
Yeah, coming in from Europe to Ireland, yeah.
And, well, they'd come in from the United States to Ireland. They'd been in the air for 10 hours, with no heat over the North Atlantic.
Yeah, they need a warm up.
They needed something to warm up. So the people at the seaplane base started inventing Irish coffee to help warm up the passengers. And it caught on.
Like it would. Yes.
Likewise, Anthony, feel free to join in, comment. We'll sometimes we answer, sometimes we don't. It just depends on what a tear. Let me introduce everybody to you. I'm Joe Dog. I'm the crazy fool doing this. This is me. I'm Joe Dog. This is Joe Bachman from Indiana. This is Dan Hollifield from around Athens, Georgia. Is that a good general?
That's the best way to describe it. Yeah.
And then here's John Scarborough. He's our military, somewhat expert in demolition.
Throw me under the bus. Yeah, I see.
And here's Dawn. She usually shows up the last minute of the show.
I'm early tonight.
Yeah, she's real early today.
I know. I shouldn't be here yet.
And this is our favorite Canadian, Zach, who is
our rocket correspondent.
Our rocket correspondent. Zach, lean back and show him the flashy light. Where's the flashy light?
Way off to the little bit more to your right. There. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Okay. That's actually a starship. You just can't see it at night.
Yeah, that is the SpaceX Starship.
That's my camera zoomed in from here.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's
where actually down there hoping they launch sometime this week. So.
Sometime this month.
Launch, fall over, boom.
No, remember, you don't want the boom. You're
Unless it's 10 miles down, right?
As long as my
no boom
camera's
today.
rolling.
Launch today. No boom today.
No boom boom.
Hey, Zach, do you remember what
could be
Elon,
negotiated later.
You may not have seen it, but do you remember what Elon's quote was when Falcon Heavy cleared the tower the first time?
No.
Oh, fuck, it worked.
Oh, you heard today he redesigned Starship, right?
No.
Yeah, he's going to make it 10 meters taller and add 3 more vacuum engines.
He's adding a piano bar.
Why? Because it's Saturday and he can.
Yeah. So
the first one that launches that's dependable, he's going to hire Billy Joel to play piano while it goes up.
Yeah.
Yes, a song.
No, it's Elon Musk. He'll hire Elton John.
Yeah.
Because he's a rocket man.
And Mac, that is true. That is exactly what he said. And then he ran outside.
Yep. Well, on that big beautiful note, though, I'm gonna crash because we're gonna try to get up early for sunrise. So, yeah.
Well, get your obligatory sunrise at Starship photo.
Well, tomorrow we'll probably do sunrise from here because the plan is starting sometime tomorrow. We'll have a 24/7 stream running from here. So,
Awesome.
Oh, hey, are you going to meet any of the other Rocket fans that are down there?
I mean, if they come by.
I mean, are you like going to go? Oh, what's her name that sits down? She lives down there.
Jess?
Jessica.
Jessica?
The one that sits down there and watches the rockets explode.
Mary?
Probably Jessica or Mary.
Mary, yeah.
Or
You going to go down
Maria.
and visit any of them? Or let them
If
know
they're
you're
out
there?
and about, I'm sure we'll see them. I know a lot of people are running around with their heads cut off trying to figure out what's happening. So,
Well, yeah.
Blake
it's
with their heads cut off. We don't want them running around with their heads cut off.
No. He's saying it's a headless chicken sort of situation. People are running around on sheer Brownian motion.
well, one of our team flew into Brownsville today and his plane was 3/4 empty. That plane was sold out 48 hours ago.
So they
Everyone canceled their flights the last 48 hours since the launch got pushed a week, so the planes are all empty. All the hotels were sold out until 48 hours ago. Now all the hotels are empty.
That psychics convention canceled their seats and the planes are empty.
I was about to ask if there's a psychic convention somewhere nearby that you might need to worry about.
I dare you to go to Walmart and buy the stuff and make a sign that says "The end is nigh." and
then on the other side, the beginning is nigh.
Boom, 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 boom.
Craziness.
But you know, if it's going to blow up, you're going to be getting a message from me in Discord, and it's going to say, "What, comma, did, comma, you, comma, do."
Yeah, well, my family's already told me the first 2 phone calls after a RUD, if it happens, when it happens, is my house and my mom. Because that's going to break every news network in the world when this explodes, because it's going to be like 4 to 6 times Hiroshima. So, oops.
Well, you know, worse things have happened. Vesuvius,
you do know,
Mount St. Helens.
I don't mean to add insult to injury, but you do know that 3 of the largest man-made explosions in history took place in Texas.
Yeah, we're going for number 4.
We're going for number 4. Okay.
Hopefully not. No, it should. They've done a lot of testing. I'm pretty confident I think it'll clear here. I think we're going to have more trouble at like, I don't know, 100,000 or at 100 kilometers and separation. And I think that's where we're probably going to see something. Or over Hawaii when it comes back, it's definitely going to fall apart. So
if they actually get, well, no, because Falcon Heavy did it. Well, Falcon Heavy was just a Falcon 9 with 2 boosters to the side. So
yep.
No, it's second stage ignition on first flights. It's always been the tricky thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if it'll be friends with me.
What? Oh.
Anyway, have a good night, y'all. We'll probably
good night, Zach.
Good night, Zach.
Thanks for dropping in and giving us a view of the flashing light.
Hopefully, it'll be brighter next time. That's Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Or Kevin's hand.
Wait, before you leave, who is Kevin?
This guy.
Well, I figured that much. But how do we know Kevin?
You don't.
He's Zach's ninja.
Oh, Joe Dog knows me. We talk on Discord.
That's not exactly a glowing recommendation, Kevin.
I mentioned that.
Man said that's a fact, Joe.
And I'm going, who in this panel did I know first? Was there Dan or Joe? But I don't remember which one.
Probably me.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, you have a good one. Thank you for tuning in and giving us all the updates from Texas. And I guess we'll see you possibly Thursday night.
Yeah, depending how wet dress goes. So
Yeah.
that's the plan.
Oh,
We'll see you guys later. Have a good
All right.
night.
Good
Have a
night.
good one.
Good night. Man, I hope he
I was going
gets
to ask him
sleep.
how long he's planning on staying down there, but oh well. Oh well.
Well, a couple of days or forever. It depends on what happens.
Okay. Let's see.
3-minute warning.
Oh, really? 10 of the biggest explosions of all time on our planet. The Texas City disaster in Texas.
The refinery.
Tunguska, Ivy Mike, Castle Bravo, nuclear test, Mount Tambora eruption, Cretaceous tertiary event, the Chicxulub impactor, comet Shoemaker leaving. That didn't hit Earth. What the hell?
No, it didn't. We
I-
took
I-
photographs of it, but it was on Jupiter. It didn't hit Earth.
But that's
Halifax.
just it. It's the 10 basic explosions of all time on our planet. That one wasn't on our planet. Come on, guys.
Yeah, really. The Halifax explosion in the munition ship.
Yes, two.
That's
two
a really
munition
big
ships. Yeah.
It will, yeah. Let's see.
Well, Chattanooga almost was on that list.
No kidding.
We had a fire at our TNT plant.
Oh, I
Back
thought
in
maybe
the-
you went to the bathroom.
But that too. Yeah, Joe and Taco Bell. Yeah.
That's an honor
I
and
could
a
resist.
disaster.
I could not resist. I'm sorry. Really not, but I am, but not.
That time my
Alright.
first wife told me we needed to get a divorce. That was a sizable explosion. Registered 5.7 on the Richter scale. Boy, was I happy too.
John, you've got 30 seconds.
I'm reading, so keep doing whatever you.
Bantering.
That was in.
It was my parents' 51st wedding anniversary today.
Oh,
Well,
good
that's
for
not
you.
a disaster. So
Bullshit. I mean, no.
Dan, you're not trying to say she or Dawn, you're not trying to say.
I'm trying to say we got Dawn out of it, so it couldn't have been all bad.
Well, that's where I was going to say. You going to say nothing good came out of it?
No,
Yeah,
no. I said that's not a disaster, and everybody goes, we're not listening to you. You're an old guy.
So I said, when you said that, I was like, bullshit.
All right, now we got to say it's time to say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Y'all have a
Got
good
it.
one. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks, Anthony, if you're still here, and we will see y'all Wednesday night. Good night. Oh, wrong button. Wrong
Wednesday.
button. There we.
Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark or even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
Did not get away with it.